to the studio. I am actually preparing this weekend for a big winter storm. So Lim and I are getting ready to hunker down. But I have also been in the studio prepping the space for my winter journal class and my winter journaling that I like to do. And so setting up my space for each new season of creativity is something I really enjoy doing. So today I'm going to share that with you. So having a studio reset or having everything clean and then pulling out the materials I want to work with and the journals that I want to look through and the art books that I find inspiring in each season, having all those things out and ready to go helps me to come into the studio and get going so that I'm not wondering, what am I going to do today? Or I'm not spending a lot of time cleaning, organizing, or looking for the things that I want to work with. I have a small inspiration board that I like to change up probably 2 or 3 times a year, especially in the winter, and then as the weather gets a bit warmer, so summer or spring summer, I like to change up the board to represent words or colors, marks that I am wanting to be inspired by during that season. I like to put everything in its place and give everything a little wipe down, and then also start looking through some books for inspiration. So I've also pulled out a couple of my winter journals. I like to revisit these every season to get ideas that I might bring into my winter journal class or that I might use in my own journaling. So I will be browsing through these. So now I've chosen my palette, my usual blues and greens, some earth tones, a little bit of purple, and I'm going to be doing a bit of jelly printing. I have a stash already that I created, and I'll be doing some more jelly printing up ahead. So today I am going to be creating a new set of solid colored prints, working in a slightly different palette. I like to just do some experiments, and especially before I'm going to teach a class, and also because having all of these materials already made makes it easier for me when I want to experiment with some mixed media art journaling, collage, or if I'm inspired to create a new set of paper pieces, or I need some collage pieces for canvas work. So I just like to have a nice new stash in these different kind of color palettes. I love so many different kinds of art. I love mixed media, but because I love mixed media, I like, to use colored pencils and paint and experiment with all kinds of things. So creating a space that is ready to work in, like I've done for this winter season, just helps me stay a little bit more focused, and it helps me work with a bit more intention. So I encourage you to maybe set up a space for yourself with some materials to get you going in your own art practice. Maybe you have trouble focusing like I do, or maybe you have trouble coming to your practice every day, and I find that having a space set up really, really helps with it. And one last little thought or tip, I don't always do this, but when I do, it really, really helps me stay on track with my practice. So at the end of each session, if I just clean up my brushes, if I leave what I want to work on the next day just ready to go, then I come in the next day and there's just no having to fluff around or like think. I can just get to it. So when I'm really on it, that's something that I do, and it definitely helps. Not always really on it, but sometimes you got to get the gears going. So doing all these little things, they just help. So I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you stay warm, and if you're on the East Coast, stay safe and eat yummy food and great. Okay, so I will see you in 2 weeks.